The long-anticipated Joker sequel has just premiered, and fans have loads of questions about the lengths its stars went to shoot the movie.
It was very scary at first, and it was super hard for me, and we spent a lot of time working on this.
Watch this video to learn how Joaquin Phoenix and Lady Gaga transformed for their roles.
I probably shouldn't do this again. It's probably it for me.
Find out why Harry Lawtey had to keep the real identity of his character a secret, and how challenging it was to work alongside award-winning legends.
It's a pinch yourself moment, a real bucket list take for me.
Let's dive in. Going to extremes. Both Folie A Deux stars are known for their method acting techniques. Lady Gaga spoke in an Italian accent throughout the House of Gucci shooting, and Phoenix shed 52 pounds for the first Joker. 5 years ago, his improvised performance on the stairs won him an Academy Award, but this time he's not dancing alone.
It felt a bit more complicated just because there was so much dance rehearsal that we were doing, which I didn't have last time.
Joaquin looks just as gaunt in the second movie, too. He even had to explain that at a press conference.
No, it is safe, but you're right. I'm now 49. I probably shouldn't do this again. It's probably it for me.
However, Lady Gaga also underwent some physical transformations for the role.
And Stephanie also lost a lot of weight.
I did.
Yeah. We did some rehearsals, then you went away for a month, and then you came back and you lost a lot of weight. And it was really impressive and seemed very difficult.
The actress and singer shared that they both took some time to hone in every kind of detail.
I've never done anything like I've done in this movie before, so it's all going to be completely brand new.
She confessed more than once that the new version of Harley was very dear to her heart. Still, neither Gaga nor Phoenix went full method for the movie as they were rumored. Both leads really took their roles quite seriously, but they didn't stay in character 24 hours a day. That was definitely a relief to their less experienced co-stars, who had their own struggles, on and off the set. Taming the tongue. Harry Lawtey spent 2 years withholding the real identity of his character in Folie A Deux. At the time of his audition, the industry star didn't know he'd been offered the part of Harvey Dent. Harry had shot his self-tape audition with phony scripts. And a couple of weeks later, he booked the role and had a serious talk with the film director. Todd Phillips told him to keep his involvement in the second part of Joker a secret, but he suggested Harry could choose 5 people he could really trust and let them know. Those were Lawtey's agent, his parents, and his 2 best friends, and the British actor definitely made a wise choice. Details about his character began to trickle online just before the film's world premiere. Still, that wasn't the hardest part of portraying the iconic Harvey. Playing it cool. Harry revealed that at first, he felt more focus and openness rather than anxiety. But later it came to him that the name of Harvey Dent certainly carries weight. So stepping into his shoes proved to be a contradictory experience.
Yeah, wonderful, terrifying, exciting, all at once.
The Brit also shared that he was incredibly nervous in the months leading up to filming.
I was just aware of how seismic this was.
But after some thought and consulting with Todd Phillips, Lawtey decided to play it as cool as possible.
There was no point in doing it unless I felt I could take some ownership over it.
Apart from the pressure of fans' expectations, there was also yet another challenge. Shooting the new Joker brought him toe-to-toe with 2 huge stars. Managing megawatt talents. Sharing the screen with not 1 but 2 A-listers at once was a daunting yet refreshing challenge.
I was lucky enough to spend 5 or 6 weeks in their company, and I'm still not over it, I don't think. Still haven't quite come to terms with that.
Lawtey's introduction to Joaquin Phoenix was a kind of baptism by fire. He didn't manage to meet the star before filming began because Joaquin was too busy. So their first interaction happened already on the set. Harry recalled that it was his very first day of shooting, and it was a close-up of Dent watching Arthur Fleck walk through the door.
I promise you, I had never even seen him before that.
Revealed Lawtey.
The first time I saw him, I had a camera right on my face, and I just remember thinking, there he is.
And working with Lady Gaga was just as overwhelming. There were days on set when Harry would just sit and watch her perform musical numbers. He actually had a front row seat to that experience, and couldn't shake the thought of the many fans who would pay loads of money for that. Both Gaga and Phoenix turned out to be real pros who aimed at creating a collaborative atmosphere.
Yeah, they're such incredible creatives and such gifted and kind of generous people.
Another supporting cast member, Zazie Beetz, totally agrees with Lawtey. Fans are excited that she's back, as her character seemed like it would be a one-off. But the actress herself never believed Joker could hurt Sophie.
In my mind, she lives because she never actively wronged Arthur, so she makes it out unscathed, at least physically.
And this time she had a chance to work with Lady Gaga, too. Zazie shared that the Oscar winner was actually super warm and kind in real life.
I felt very welcome with her on set. She was doing her own character work and stuff, but she's a very grounded person. She's just Stephanie.
And what about the performer herself? It turns out she had her own struggles on set. Incredibly, that involves something she's best at, music. All because of Todd Phillips' vision of his dark masterpiece. Going off key. Despite all the singing and dancing in the movie, the director doesn't like labeling Folie A Deux a musical. Phillips explained that most of the music in the movie was really just dialogue.
It's just Arthur not having the words to say what he wants to say, so he sings them instead.
Both Phillips and Phoenix wanted to make the performances in the most honest way possible. That would hardly happen if the actors would sing along to a pre-recorded tracks.
When we first started, I did not want anything to be spontaneous, and I wanted to sound as good as possible.
So, Lady Gaga offered a different approach, which Joaquin didn't approve at first.
Early on, she was like, "Oh, we're gonna sing live," and I was like, "No, we're not. Or you can sing live if you'd like, but I'm not."
He explained that while it was natural for Gaga, he didn't feel that comfortable. However, the renowned actor was just being modest. Phoenix is also gifted at carrying a tune. After all, he once channeled Johnny Cash in the movie Walk the Line.
I can assure you that Joaquin, using his natural voice, was just so much more compelling than any lip syncing would ever be.
Lady Gaga revealed that she spent a lot of time finding a unique voice for her character.
And in a way that would not be beholden to me as the singer and entertainer that my fans know me as, but as like the woman in Arthur's mind.
That's why there are moments when she'd be singing with very little breath and no attention to her voice at all.
So, you know, it was like a nuanced process, and it was really, it's always fun to do something with music that I've never done before.
In this film, both stars performed live, accompanied by an off-camera piano player. And although it sounded just as authentic as the director wanted, he later struggled in the editing room.
Each take was a different version of the song.
Phillips revealed that syncing the radically different takes into a coherent whole was a nightmare. But that's how the great movies are made, right? As you see, everyone involved in making the Joker sequel had its fair share of challenges. Do you think that was worth the efforts? Share your thoughts in the comments. And stay awesome.